My opinion is if you ever hit your max drawdown, it's time to shut down the trading. It's time to stop the bleeding and focus on what went wrong and how to fix what went wrong. Because if not, you're gonna bleed out. I will until the New Zealand Canada is done toying me. Well, then you're not. You're not. Let me ask you this: what's the point of having a maximum allowable drawdown if you're not gonna use it? Why is it even there? If you've given yourself a limit of saying I can only lose this much, and once I lose this much, that is a massively big red flag that tells me I should probably stop trading and reevaluate the situation. What's the point of having that if you're going to trade through it? And I'm saying this out of love because I don't want you to blow your account. Taken from a former account blower who had to Google margin call to figure out what it meant. Remember my first margin call. I just noticed that all my positions were taken away from the computer. And I'm like, what happened? Did I win on everything? Yeah, this is awesome. And I was like, wait, I looked at the charts. I'm like, wait, man, stuff didn't even move. And you get the little note from your broker. I'm like, what does that mean? I had to Google it. Oh, damn. Oh, dang. So I would say this. My advice would be if you are at the point in your trading where you cannot execute a position. Now, it's one thing if you have a rule, right? There are some rules about correlations or rule about maximum available positions where you're like, hey, if I'm involved, I can't be involved more than this many trades at once because of that. That's fine. That's a rule-based decision. But if you're not involved in a trade simply because you don't have the available capital to trade it, it means that you are either A, trading too much, right? You have too much exposure in the markets, or B, as you mentioned, your account has gotten so small that even with a reduced position size, you don't have the funds available to execute a new trade. And typically when that happens, it means that you have met and surpassed your maximum allowable drawdown. As soon as you meet your maximum allowable drawdown, all trading should be shut down. And the reevaluation process should start up. If I'm stopped out, I'm done before I finish my account. Right now, man, it feels like it feels like it feels like you're at the blackjack table and your stack of chips has depleted to an amount where you should probably leave and just take home something. But you're like, man, I'm just gonna put it all in, play one more hand. I'm just gonna play one more hand. And if this one loses, then I'm done. It's always better to leave with something than nothing. And right now it feels as if you're pushing the chips in and you're hoping for this hand to be the one that brings you back. Because remember, we never know if any given trade's gonna win, right? We never know if any individual trade is going to win or lose, do we? We know bigger picture, the probabilities that if I consistently trade this system, that in the big run, in the long run, I should be profitable. But as far as any given trade goes, we don't know if that's going to win or lose. So we don't necessarily want to put ourselves in the position where we're dependent on the current trade to be the maker or breaker. My advice is my advice is if you ever find yourself in a trade that you're not supposed to be in, exit immediately. And although the trade that you're in is probably technically correct, the fact that you hit your maximum drawdown and your trading should be shut down, right, tells me that you should not be in this trade. So I would exit immediately. It's funny. I had this same conversation, and I hope you're going to be a little bit different. I had the same conversation with a person on TradingView the other day, where they asked me a similar question. They said, Akil, I'm in this position. It's not going in my direction. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to do. I've lost, or I'm down a lot more than what I am supposed to. What should I do? And I say you should exit the trade immediately. And it's funny when you ask questions, right? I did a podcast called Asking the Wrong Questions, where I shared with you the trollisms of a guy on Instagram. And I wrote a blog post yesterday. I was on a bus. I had a bus ride yesterday. I wrote a blog post on it yesterday, kind of following up on that idea of asking the wrong questions. And there are two types of people out there that ask questions. There are people that ask questions because they want to learn, right? They're curious and they want an answer. And there are people that ask questions because they want confirmation, right? So some people ask questions because they generally want to learn. What is your opinion? Hey, what do you think about this car? Right? Or let's do it. What do you think about this shirt? Because they generally want to know, does this shirt look weird? Does it make me look fat? Is it cool? Does it clash? Whatever. They want your opinion so they can learn from it. There are other people that want, hey, what do you think about this shirt? Where they've already made up their mind that they're going to wear this shirt. And they just want confirmation of what their opinion already is. Right? You guys all have friends like that. What do you think of this shirt? And you're like, man, I don't really like it. And you're like, what do you mean you don't like it? I think it looks good. And why'd you ask me in the first place? You already made up your mind. Right? So this trader on TradingView was like that. He asked me the question about, I'm in this euro dollar trade. I've lost more than I'm supposed to. What should I do? And my answer is, hey, whenever you find yourself in a trade that you're not supposed to be in, exit the trade immediately. Just cut your losses. Yeah, but if I were to hold on to this position, do you think the euro is going to come back and give me some profit out? I'm like, all right, you made up your mind already, dude. Why did you ask me? You already know what you wanted to do. Pointless question. You've already predetermined what you were going to do. You just wanted me to give you some confirmation. Yeah, you should just hold it until it comes back. So yeah, I would say exit, man. Exit and start that reevaluation process. Stop the bleeding. If you stop the bleeding, you allow the body to recover. If you bleed out, you're dead. Cut your losses. Hang on to the little bit of life you have left. Reevaluate your trading. Start over, bigger, faster, stronger, better, right? The old saying is, right? Chip in a chair. You guys know what that means? Chip in a chair? Yep. Poker reference. As long as you have a chip, you have a seat at the table. As long as you have a seat at the table, you can play the game. As long as you can play the game, you give yourself an opportunity to make something. When you're out of chips, guess who's not allowed to sit at the table? You. And when you can't play, you can't win. So, good conversation. Hey, great support. I know it's tough, right? But at least you have people around you that are giving you their advice in a positive way. I don't think anyone in this chat was like, hey man, just do it. Double down. Solid advice. Because you know, yeah, we've all been there. That's the thing. We've all felt that pain. And we've many of us has made the same decision that you did. Many of us has been like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. And then we've learned horrible, horrible lessons like, man, that was a bad decision. So it's good that we're able to use our personal struggles and use that to help other traders. And that's the pay it forward, guys. That's how the community gets bigger, stronger, and better. We lend solid advice to a trader based on what we've gone through before. And there's going to become a day, Abdullah, guess what? It could be a month from now, could be a week from now, could be years from now, where we're going to have another trader in here in the live room. And they're going to be saying the same thing that you did. And you're going to be like, hey, man, listen to me for a second. a year ago, I was in the same situation and I wanted to trade so badly. But I listened to my peers. They told me to stop. I refocused on my training. I found out what the issue was. I came back and I turned my trading around. If I would have blown my account, I would have been done. But I was able to play the game. So take my advice, man. Just cut the losses right now. And then you would have paid it forward to someone else. And then the cycle continues. Reach one, teach one. Reach one, teach one. All right, let's go over to New Zealand dollar. Good conversation, guys.